Hey there, Adrienne Elise here. Welcome to the Gaia Daily for October 2nd through 5th, 2020. How are you doing? Wow. Well, we're in such a powerful time right now. So important for supernova souls, light worker souls to really be present as much as you can. This is what we're here for. Right now we're feeling Mars was just in square exact. It's just coming off its exact square with Saturn, coming into its exact square with Pluto. The exact square with Pluto is from October 8th through 10th. And so these are overlapping, and Mars is like making a bridge between Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. And it's this quintessential moment in 2020. And there's this feeling of a crack in the lower matrix. And this is indeed the energy, because Saturn's like the manifest world. In Capricorn, it's like the structures, the rules, the laws, the old way, the time, the 3D kind of fits this 3D reality. And then Pluto is the destroyer, but Pluto isn't just about destroying. Pluto is about getting rid of what's not serving us so that the new can come in. It's about energies way out there that are affecting us that we don't understand. It's a ruler of Scorpio, and really powerful moment here because we've got Mercury in Scorpio preparing to take a retrograde. And so what a powerful story the planets are speaking to us about right now. And this is the beginning of a great dismantling of the lower matrix, which sounds good, right? I mean, we all want this. We know that this is a good thing, but it's a strange place when the mind control programs start to break down. And I'm kind of starting to get this message that part of the weirdness of where we're at right now is that we can't just take all of these mind control energies and lower matrix energies and technological control away, because people would, even though they're unhealthy patterns, it threatens the psyche of a human. Has a very gentle, delicate psyche. And so we're having very strange energies. And this is where the supernova soul comes in, because you have got it handled on this other level. I know it seems like you're flailing and you've been just barely making it through, but you made it to this point, and it's time to do what you're here to do, to come into your power. And that is just about stabilizing the vibrational frequencies, being the shaman for your community in your energy field, holding a vibration of stability and peace as we move through these times, because it's quite disconcerting. As unhealthy as the patterns are in our world, they're still the structure we've been living by. And so individually for the supernova soul, we're going through it. Very strange time dimensional experiences, recognizing kind of a glimpse of this whole deal, that the lower matrix is held into place by the 3D conception of time, and we don't really have time, and a bleed through of other dimensional realities, dream time, what's real, what's a dream. So this is such an interesting energy. And it's like, wow, what a story, what a play of events. Because at this time that we have this apex experience of Mars retrograde and its second square with Pluto and Saturn, and they're as close as they're going to be this year, besides when they came together exact in January. And this kind of tension around the old structures, the old guard that haven't been able to give way for the new energies. At the same time, tomorrow actually starts this exact sextile between Jupiter and Neptune, the third and final one. And it's magic, it's mystical. It's like the spiritual energies are just trying to, that's kind of this energy right now. It's like, yeah, we're breaking it down, right? But it's not just the breakdown for the breakdown's sake. It's not just about destruction. It's about the light coming in and this higher frequency vibration. And it's like time to get more real with who we really are as humans and our multiple dimensional abilities and realities, and break free of these mind control agendas. But when you break free of those mind control agendas, shit's really weird and it's zombie land. And so it's as weird as it is that people are clinging to their belief system so strongly right now to the sinking ship. It's even weirder when that shit starts to break down. And so but for you, supernova soul, it's getting better and lighter, and the energies are more appropriate and supporting you. And this Jupiter Sextile Neptune, it's exact till the 14th of October, and we got to just grab a hold of this energy as much as you can. It's almost like put everything aside in your life, right? Like, and be in the moment, because this mystical revelation energy, because Jupiter wants to expand, Neptune is our connection to the bigger, wider spiritual truth, also the delusions that are in the way. And what are the delusions that's been in the way? It's this lower matrix mind control stuff. I remember a couple of years ago, when I was practicing homeopath, I had a client move to, this is just, I don't know why it's coming to mind, but moved to New Zealand. And she had to go through this huge detox coming from the Western United States in order to because of all of the control energies that were happening. Now it's all over the world, right? But it's like, this is what we're going through right now. We're in a detox. And while that's breaking down, it's really, really weird, and that's why you're here, because you can exist in multiple dimensional frequencies. You can hold the vibration of what's really real and what's really true as this matrix breaks down. Is this why you came here? So it's such a weird time. It's an intense time. Our personal life, our ego death, everything falling apart. But at the same time, it's like incredibly validating for the supernova soul. It's like, you thought you were just the bottom of the barrel in this world, just barely kind of able to figure this thing out. And it turns out you are like highly skilled, highly needed. And it's like, time to kick into gear. And it's a little bit hard because when these timelines, this Jupiter Sextile Neptune is a lot about this divine timeline energy, which the message about this is it's only in the moment, right? We only really have that time. So if timelines are breaking down and control energies are breaking down, and the mind control energies are breaking down, the medicine is that moment, that now moment. And so, but that divine timeline coming in, it's like, wait a minute, I didn't even know I had a special mission here. I mean, it kind of felt like something, but and you don't have the manual, you don't know your job description, you have no map, and it's time to get to work. And it's a strange time, but also very empowering. And so the message for supernova soul is to reach up above that lower matrix and below the surface of the garbage, and that mystical, magical energy that we have available to us. This is it. This is what's happening. The energy of October, the world says, oh, shit's happening. The sky is falling. And, and it's like, that's not what the astrology is saying. I mean, it is because of this Mars square Saturn and Pluto, but Venus is moving into Virgo today. And Venus will be coming into a square with Uranus. Mercury squaring Uranus, Venus trining Uranus, then it will trine Jupiter, then it will trine Pluto, then it will trine Saturn through the month of October. It's just trine, Earth trine. It's about stabilizing in the new energies. And also Venus in Virgo is about that high priestess, this purified feminine. And that's really powerful because we got, Mars square Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio. They're both rulers of Scorpio. Mercury in Scorpio. This is the first Scorpio energy we've had this year. And it's like, whoa, taking off the veil and the blindfold. And it's like there's so much painful truth out there, which you can see it if you want to. You can go find it if you want to. But most of humanity would rather keep the blinders on and just go along with the program. And the program's breaking down. The software's got a bug, and it's like, shit is so weird right now. But it's weird because it's fake. And we got to be in that more real place of the divine timeline and the light coming in. And it's like when you affirm this in your day, and it's like as weird as it gets, that's your evidence that this is true. And you affirm this again and again in that moment, in that place. And this is where you unlock your divine timeline and what you're really here for, what you're really doing. And finally, this whole Earth evolution makes sense. So it feels like what's happened with that Mars square Saturn was like a little slit in the matrix. And that we know we've been waiting for the snowball, that we know our world is going to be very different from the way we've been, what we're being shown and what's happening. We know that in order to move into this new age, into this new era, and we're right there at the precipice, we know there's got to be some massive changes, especially around the conceptual reality of what we've been told of who we are and our history and our science and our political systems and our money systems. And like this Capricorn energy is like all of the structures of our life need an overhaul in our world. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next year, it's going to look very, very different than the way we've been living, and this, and you, as much as you're flailing around right now, you're more stable than most people who have been in the psychic control, and but know for the supernova soul, we're all inundated with mind control energies right now. And as that starts to break down, it's really weird. And you got to leave time to kind of center, ground, just your spiritual work is so important right now. And it's a time for you to commit to who you are, into that greater purpose, your gifts and skills. And even without this roadmap, get to it. and the cool thing about it is it's going to feel so much better. The truth of this world, the truth of who we are is this life force energy that Mars is trying to unlock for us, this Mars retrograde. It's like, hey, you guys, you got a whole power system. I know you've gone with the grid, but you got that power system right in your very own body, and your I am presence. This is an ecstatic experience. Life is an ecstatic experience when you're connected to this life force. And this has been stolen from us, and we've been using that power. We got all pulled in, it was just kind of part of the game we've all played. And so you're here to lead the way in being like, no, and so the main thing coming up right now is these old contracts and energies of loyalties, where when you go to that place of letting these new vibrations come in, letting yourself connect back into that creative life force, and then it's subconscious and it's hard to find, but just, we're dancing at the edge here. But then what comes up is this like, why is it okay for you? And this has been kind of a programmed message for the supernova soul from the beginning. Like, why is it okay for you? They've been hassled, just totally hassled, this whole evolution, because it's like the energies of control and then that control of the masses through belief systems, and being like, why is it okay for you to have that light? Maybe that light is really a bad thing. Maybe we should burn you at the stake, And it's like, so you're just going to turn the corner and give yourself full permission to come into this life force that's your own birthright and what you've worked on for many evolutions. It's a really, but we're right here at the edge, and it's that place of the 100th monkey thing, where it's like, we're just a few more people giving themselves permission in these groups of souls that are working together, that don't even really realize they're working together, feeling all alone, feeling in the quarantine of the lower matrix, kind of like, if you're going to go through, the programming says, if you're going to go through spiritual ascension, you're going to be all alone out there floating in the universe, right? And so this is an energy of grabbing a hold of our right, and as our path, our purpose. This is how you are true to yourself. The best thing you can do for everyone around you, even though it feels like, it's weird, because it's like, I can feel that as you give yourself permission for that life force and that higher frequency vibration, the people around you get destabilized. And then you're like, oh, that's the programming all the way back to Atlantean time. That says if we come into higher frequency vibrations, it's going to be destabilizing. But what if we didn't cause those catastrophes? It wasn't our energy in our body. It was a manipulation to target us and blame us because we're so sensitive, and we'll take the blame. How much blame, how much darkness, how much heaviness are you holding in your field for your ancestral, the horrible things your ancestors have done, you know, and the horrible things, the collective. And it's like, you just have bought into that. That's how you're supposed to, that's your role, is to just be that garbage collector and garbage and recycler. And it's just exhausting. And but it's a good place to put your life force if you don't feel worthy of having it. But it's like game over for all this stuff, you know? So it's all on the table, and we're in this place of like, whoa, weird. There is no time. There's just this bleed through right now of other lifetimes, of your dream world, of the programming breaking down. It's a good thing, but it's very disconcerting. But no, you're here to lead the way, and you have to be that torch, that light in the darkness, and just keep moving. You know, be present, but just keep moving. Just be present, and know that the more you give yourself permission, the more that positive support and divine intervention. This is divine intervention, and you're here to catch it and hold it and let that be true for you right now. The breakdown in that lower matrix is our opportunity to live in what's more true and real. And it's not easy because it feels so lonely and it feels so scary, like you're going to your deepest, darkest places from your past lives. You know, they've got to come up to give you permission to make this leap. And yet, this is the time. And like I said, it feels like that crack in the matrix, just one little crack. But, you know, what happens when the zombie programming starts to break down? That's all artificial. Right? This light is organic. It's just the light of the cosmos, the sun. Like, you know, they're trying to block it out all they can, but it's the codes are in our DNA. The light is in our heart, and it's so much more powerful than all of these software programs, right? And it's like short circuitry. So we're in the short circuitry part, but it's going towards health. And so just know that it's weird, but that's kind of evidence that your mind control, your stuff is breaking down. And it's time to just step into that divine light. You know, there's a part of you that knows that's why you're here. And just go there to your greatest dream of what this world can be, and the codes that are in your DNA. And keep coming back to that place. Limit your interactions with, you know, the sheeple, and just reaffirm as much as you can. So powerful energies right now. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to checking in with you soon. I'm going to be doing a world meditation tomorrow. So I'm going to put the information for that in the information box below. And that's a free meditation, but you do need to sign up to it. And that's going to be at noon Mountain Time. And we can come together and celebrate and stabilize and affirm and confirm this influx of light, and be the divine awakening, be that divine intervention, because that's what you're made for. And it also is like giving ourselves permission to feel really amazing in these energies, even while all around us is breaking down. So good work. Hang in there. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for that meditation. And until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.